If this is your first time in the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, that way you won't miss any of the research health investigation topics articles. In this video I will show you the 6 myths about abs workout. Lose your belly fat and show off your six-pack. Have you noticed that most people will never fail to include abdominal muscle exercises in their routines, and yet somehow or other, they can never own that coveted six-pack abs? Have you been religiously doing your abdominal muscle exercises? Is your abs showing to your satisfaction? No? Why? Do you know that your abdominal muscle is one of the easiest muscles to build, but yet why is it that most people have difficulty in developing that six-pack abs? Here is the truth. Those of you who are working out your abs regularly do probably own that much sought-after six-pack. Yes, you do. The only trouble is that your belly fat is covering them. Your abs will not show up well if you have a body fat ratio of more than 12%. The more fat you burn off, the more defined your abs will be. You will own that rippling washboard abs when your body fat is 10% or less. So if you have fat on your belly, forget about abdominal exercises and burn off the fats first. There is another reason why people put in so much effort to develop their abdominal muscle and yet their abs are not showing although they have low body fat. Again, there is a simple explanation. They are doing the wrong exercises and working out in bad form. Let's take for example the most common abs exercises, the sit-up and the leg raises. Everybody seemed to be doing these two exercises not knowing that these exercises really don't do much for their abs. Don't believe me? Okay, try this. When you do your sit-up or leg raises, place your palms on your hip on the area connecting to your thigh and perform the exercises. Tell me, what did you feel? You are getting it. Those muscles there are doing most of the work. Those are your hip flexor muscles. Since your hip flexors are doing most of the work, how can you develop your abs effectively? So you say, from now on I will do crunches instead. Well, I have another surprise for you. Most people perform their crunches wrongly too. Think about it. Why is the exercise called the crunch? It is because you must squeeze your abs so that you are crunching them. In order to squeeze your abs hard, you have to curl up like a prawn and breath out all the air in your lungs at the top position and then squeeze the muscles so hard that you feel a burn. That will take a few seconds to crunch out all the air before you lower to the beginning position again. You can't do this effectively if you just go up, down, rhythmically. So, if you have been doing hundreds of crunches every day with minimal result, now you know why. In fact, it is almost impossible for the average guy to do tens of properly performed crunches and not to say hundreds of them. The same squeezing principle applies to other abs exercises. Okay, now that you know why your abs are not showing up well, so get on with burning your fats and perform your workout in correct form. You will then see your six-pack abdominal muscle in no time. The 6 most common myths about abs. Myth number 1. Abdominal muscle is different from regular muscle. Your abdominal muscles are just like every other muscle in your body. The abdominal is different only in location, and unlike biceps or quads, they don't rest on a bony surface. So you should train them the same way you would train, say, your biceps or your chest. The basic laws of physiology apply to all your muscles, including your abs. This means that you have to do exercises in the correct plane of movement to effectively work the muscle. Myth number 2. You have to train your abs every day. The rules of weight training state that you should give your muscles at least a day of rest to recover, and this applies to your abs as well. Instead of working your back every day, do them every other day or even just 3 times a week. They need a break just like the rest of your body. The trick is to train them hard. Myth number 3. Doing ab exercises gets rid of abdominal fat. There is no such thing as spot reduction. People assume that if you have fat deposits on your abdominal, exercising the muscles underlying the fat will make it go away. But they assume wrong. You can't get rid of the fat over a muscle by repeatedly exercising that body part. The only way to burn fat from your tummy is through prolonged exercise and a healthy, low-calorie diet. Myth number 4. High repetitions are required to make gains. As you've read earlier, abs are just like every other muscle in your body. That means, you should train your abs the same way as the rest of your muscle groups. To make strength gains with your abs, you have to overload your muscles. Myth number 5. Anyone can have a flat stomach. For many people it's not physiologically possible to achieve a flat stomach. In most of us the abdominal muscles are designed to be somewhat rounded, not flat. Age, genetics, gender, all these factors decide the size, shape and appearance of your belly. Myth number 6. If you have a bad back, training the abs will worsen it. Training your abs will strengthen your back. The opposing muscles in your body always assist each other. So if you have weak ab muscles, the load of the work falls on the back. So strengthen the abs and your back will become stronger as well. Don't waste time by falling victim to 6 main ab myths. Train intelligently in accordance with scientifically based training techniques and get super abs. For more resources about abs, please check on the link in the description of this video. See you next time.